You know what I'd really like? I would really like a camera that allows me to film in very low light. Because it's midnight, just after midnight, and I've had to turn all the lights on. And I love doing warm down, mind down yoga flows. In very low lighting. I think light has such a big influence on us. Far more than we can ever understand, but far more than we even acknowledge, actually. So for now, here I am with 4 or 5 lights on. And yeah, if the lighting quality isn't perfect, just know that we don't have daylight. But that's fine, because we're warming down. And I just had a sudden urge to record this flow. I'm going to do a usual warm down flow. There are many different kinds, but this one works. But I'm going to incorporate in some heart openers. And this is for a particular purpose. Trying to work our breath in a particular way so that we may allow it to rise. This is the first time I've done this on video, so it's also sort of the first time I've tried to formulate it as a distinct flow. So therefore, I may or may not post this, I may or may not refer back to this in future. This may be the first in a long journey of many that I seek to do in this practice. But regardless, this flow will be about winding down. Let's just take a moment to pause and listen to whatever noises we can hear around us. In this room now, I can hear the pipes. I can hear a clock. I can hear faint traffic noises outside. I can hear silence. That absence of noise is a sound within itself. We must acknowledge it too. Observe your thoughts. That's just stepping back from them. Not being directly within the thinker self, but just one step back from them. You're observing them, you're seeing them come, and you're just watching that thought. For me, it's that pipe sound is still going, and it's unusual. And now it's stopped. That's okay. But in my observer mindset, I was just allowing myself to sit and watch that thought, not sit with that thought, or let it flower. If a thought needs immediate action, then we can zoom back into ourselves and action it. But if a thought is just rudimentary, then we can step back into our observer selves and just watch it. See, I'm keeping my body very still. This is not something I'm trying to do. But again, in that observer self, I was seeing thoughts come to mind where I was moving my hands to demonstrate a point. and I just observed that thought. I didn't act upon it. That's the power of observing our thoughts. I think I am coming to learn that there is a step further back from the observer mindset. I call it the witnesser mindset. When we're in the witnessing mindset, we are removing ourselves from the thought process entirely. As an observer, we can stand back and sit back and watch our thoughts come and go, and we can have thoughts about those thoughts. Micro thoughts. We just watch something arise and we say, oh, okay, there it is. Maybe something comes into our mind as to what do we make of that? As long as we don't go too far, we're still in the observer mindset. Just watching. The step behind that, the witnesser mindset, I believe, doesn't reflect. It doesn't pass any comment on the thought at all. It just sees or experiences or feels. I think that's as good a words as I can put to it for now, but I think that the witnesser mindset is ultimately powerful in taking in the most out of any experience, particularly experiences which are deep and significant, because our thinking mind and even our observing mind are always trying to define and contain and put words to things, put definitions to things. Not everything that we may experience may have easy definitions or sometimes any definitions at all. And if we're in our thinking mind or observing mind, we may be unable to carry anything that we cannot define, because even the observer mind is working with definitions in that manner. It is not easy to drop into the witnesser mind. I don't believe it is anyway. I also think we try to avoid it for good reason, naturally, because we need to have all our senses about us. We need to be able to react to things in life. We need to be able to reflect and take in things and react quickly. The quicker we react to things in life, for the most part, the better we are. Especially if we can react with the right actions. So it's quite unnatural, quite unhuman for us to zoom right out, simply be the witnesser, and not even pass thought, judgment on anything we see or feel. To me, it's sort of a sense of trying to hold it off. And if there is any thought, the thought of holding it off is you'll be able to try and put some kind of words and definitions to this in a few moments. Just stay in this presence of whatever it is for as long as you can. Often it's just a moment longer. So there is an introduction into the mindsets that I think we do well to seek in certain aspects of spiritual presence and spiritual experience. I didn't plan that introduction, but it felt right to share it in that moment, and it's something I am continuing to formulate in my own way. I actually feel like doing a brief meditation now, but I will continue with the session as planned, and it will be quite light. So let's just take this seated position and inhale, sit up, straighten our backs as we inhale. Exhale, keep our backs straight but lower those shoulders, drop those elbows, and rest those palms a little deeper onto the knees. Inhale, shoulders back, and exhale, drop the shoulders. Now I said we were thinking of adjusting our body into positions which were opening up the heart center. And we'll do this in a relaxing way, because I'm planning on going to sleep in the next hour. So I won't do too many twists, but let's just start with one now. Taking our right palm and placing it behind us, our left palm on that right knee. And inhale, straighten our backs. And exhale, just turning, gazing over that right shoulder. Inhale, straighten the backs again. And exhale, twist a little more. Inhale. And exhale, release. Same on the other side. Right palm on left knee. Left palm just behind us. Not resting on it like this. Just positioning us. And inhaling. Straighten the back. And exhaling. Twist just over that left shoulder. Inhale. And exhale. One final inhale, and exhale. We're going to bring ourselves forward here. Inhale, keep our chin raised, and exhale, we'll just move ourselves forward along the mat, palms out in front of us. Inhale, and with the exhale, see if we can get our fingers any further forward. If you follow my flows, you'll know that there's a lot more that I would do in this situation if we were warming up. But we're warming down. Let's just take our palms and elbows out wide and pushing our shoulder blades together at the back. We're retracting our shoulders. Keep the chin raised. And exhale, palms down. But facing up. Inhale back up. Exhale, palms down. This time, up, squaring those elbows as though we're pressed against the wall. And exhale, we'll just bring our palms here, just over the heart center. Inhale one more time, holding them here. Feel it like there's a ball that you're pressing against between the palms of your hands with that inhale. And with the exhale now, push your palms together, palms over heart center. Let's do this a different way now. Palms out wide, as though we're pulling a thread out wide on that inhale. And up, holding that breath. And exhale, not together. Slowly, slowly pressing that ball of energy together. Exhaling all the way out, but pushing only here. And inhale one more time. So you're breathing in some of that ball of energy. And with the exhale now, palms together. Breathing through the nose only in these breaths. Let's just take a few breaths here with the palms together. Feel the warmth between the two palms. Feel the presence inside your whole body now. How do your legs feel? Your ankles, your feet, your elbows, your shoulders. Once more. Inhale, thread out wide. Palms up. In, exhale. Hold. Ball of energy. Inhale. And exhale. It might have been clear, but in case it was not clear, I'll explain a little bit about the breath that I'm doing here. So let's put our palms back on our knees, facing up. Now, I'm using the breath from my diaphragm, but I'm doing an ujjayi movement to bring it in here. So if we just do the diaphragm breath first, it's in, out, in, out. So you should feel your stomach coming out when you breathe in, because the air is coming into here, not into the lungs. In, out. Hold. In, hold. Out. Hold. In. Hold. Now to move this breath up, we will go in, and then we will go in here. So in through the diaphragm, up, in through the lungs. So we're almost half filling ourselves in the diaphragm and then filling the rest of the way here. And then we're just letting it drop again. So in, hold, exhale. In, exhale. And we can work around that and see how it feels if we do it differently. Maybe we'll go in here, up, but then we'll release here. So we release last here up at the top. And what that allows us to do is it allows us to form an energy lock in our stomach, the Uddiyana Bandha. We have the root lock in the Muladhara, and we have the Uddiyana Bandha lock in the middle, and we have the lock around the throat up here. Those are the three key energy locks that we can use. So if you want to squeeze the Muladhara Bandha in the root and then use this lock, we can channel the breath upwards. I'll show you how this would work. So root lock activated already, and just keep that active for as long as you can. Maybe you're tensing and releasing. But when the breath hits, you come in, and now it's up here, but it's left here, and you can bring this in to have an energy lock in the center. So you have Muladhara in root, Uddiyana in the middle. And you release. I think this is one of the key aspects in my experiences of opening the heart chakra and chest area, because it brings a lot of the breath into the chest. And it does it in quite a powerful way, because you're not just simply breathing in through the chest. You're breathing full in through the diaphragm and almost bringing that breath up. And switching it around so that you're not bringing it down, but that you're bringing the energy lock in and then releasing through the top of the lungs. Another key aspect to opening the heart area is the spine and the back. One of the key yoga asanas for this is if we bring ourselves over into tabletop. Just playing around with moving the spine in both directions. Curving it in and out. Also known as the cat-cow position. This allows us to open our throat chakra, gazing up, and essentially opening that heart area. In the converse, we close it, and we're just playing around with that. We can move backwards and forwards as we do it. But essentially this, I feel, is often warming up that area. Essentially in both ways. It's bringing warmth to that area and bringing a focus on that area. But it's also warming it up so that when we do open the chest, to bring in that extra breath, it's already dexterous and flexible in all the ways we might need it to be. Another great movement for this is a slight twist. It's thread and needle. You bring the right palm high, gaze to the right thumb on that inhale, hold and exhale through and down, left arm forwards, left leg back, and you can turn this around. You can hold that for as long as you like, and then come up, same on the other side, gaze to left thumb, exhale through. Right arm forward, right leg back, bring the right arm round. Inhale and exhale. A particular pose which I don't often do is the camel pose, but it's good for this, and essentially it is just upright like this, palms just on the back as so. Bring those elbows in together. Bring the chin high and see if you can bend back. You can actually, if you wish, go back onto the heels and push all the way. Bringing those shoulders back and pushing the pelvis forwards. Head forwards and coming up. Down into tabletop. And I'm going to finish, although it's not quite how we'll finish, but it's the last pose that I'll show, the last new pose, is something that we would usually warm up to. I feel like a camel is enough of a warm up for me to show you this with light back. In fact, we will do a warm up to this pose. We're going to do a pelvis movement up and down. So inhale, pelvis up, and hold. Exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Up, hold, up a little more, hold, higher, and see if you can move your palms together. Inhale, and exhale, come down. Let's get into it. It's the Chakrasana. It's the wheel pose. If you can't do it, then that's absolutely fine. Palms behind and up. And down on the exhale. Hold. Feel the presence in the moment. Bring the palms together over that heart area. Inhale. Maybe bring that energy lock into your center. Hold. Feel that presence within you. And exhale. Palms to sides. Inhale. You want to be taking the deeper breaths now through the nostrils, but feeling it in your throat. And when you're ready for the inhale, palms up and up. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In this position, you have your palms over the heart chakra. Let's inhale this time and move them just a little lower over the solar plexus. Does it feel different to you? Do you feel any difference in your body? Exhale. Inhale again here. Exhale. Up to our heart again. Inhale. And exhale. Bring the palms all the way down to the root. When you're ready to inhale, up. Inhale and exhale down. I feel that part of bringing the breath up, it's funny we talk about up into the heart chakra because it's sort of coming down, but bringing everything together here, part of this is a slight focus on the root, Muladhara as well. So in this way, what we'll do here is we'll bring our soles of our feet together, as we would if we were doing Baddha Konasana seated. And we'll just put a light pressure, breaking our knees apart. Take the palms out if you have space. At right angles, like so. And just let the breath rise and fall. In through diaphragm, up to the lungs. And let it drop. And you'll feel that your knees have dropped even further now than they were when you started. Bring them together and sit up. And now we'll do the Baddha Konasana. Seated. Palms together underneath the feet. Bring them in as far as we can. You might want to start with your back a little curved. Inhale, straighten the back. Chin high. Or straight, not too high. Exhale, chin forward. Push those elbows into the thighs. Inhale, straighten the back. And forward. Let's just pause here. Take some light breaths. Feel the presence flowing through us. We're not pushing anymore. We've come as far as we need to. We've opened up our core center in all the right ways. And we're ready to allow the breath to take us wherever we need to be. into this presence right now. Coming back up to seated, crossing those legs, taking whatever position feels comfortable to you. We've done some quite powerful breathing, I'd say, here. Powerful considering we're seeking to wind down. So let's just take a few moments of sinking into presence. I'm going to sit back a little. And just let your mind sit. Keep your eyes open or close your eyes, whichever feels best. I find it is very easy to sink into the witnesser mind when there is not too much going on. Like now. I'm not really thinking, but I'm also not really thinking about thinking. I'm just allowing words to come out whilst also sitting here in trust of my presence. In states of presence like this, I notice the deeper I sink, the louder sounds become. Ticking of the clock in the background is at a fairly normal sound level right now. But a few moments ago, it felt like it was booming. It's going there again. It's a beautiful thing. As we can watch our perceptions change, the more present we become. Perhaps there's a lesson in that for us as to how we view things in life, as to how we think about things, that perhaps sometimes things can affect us more than they otherwise should. and how in some aspects we can choose our reactions. It's not always easy, and it's not always as easy as laughing at the sound of a clock. We can often choose emotions, though. The emotion I'm choosing in this moment is gratitude. I am so thankful to be here filming this YouTube video, to be able to be in this practice as a human being right now, in this practice which is allowing me to find peace and presence in what is. As we all know, human lives are very chaotic. We can say it's a great skill to be able to overcome the chaos and find peace within the chaos. But I feel very lucky when I'm able to do that. And I'm very thankful. Thank you for joining me today in this yoga flow. It was beautiful.